So good morning, everybody. I'm in Puerto Vallarta, my happy place. You all know I love it here. I've been coming here for years, and Randy and I are on vacation. He's actually in the shower right now, and we are headed out into town this morning. We have a couple little errands we needed to do, but I just want to show you. Like, look at this. Look at this. I love Puerto Vallarta for so many reasons, and I've been sharing videos with you all about everything I love here, where we eat, what to do, where to go, where to stay, like all the things. And so I just thought in this video I wasn't going to get into all that stuff. If you want to know all the information on Puerto Vallarta, there's a whole playlist with videos I'll link in the description box. But I thought today I would just tell you about some of the random things that we've been doing, things we're loving, new things we've discovered, just little tidbits. So this is kind of like a vlog-ish style video. It'll have some great information for you if you've never been to Puerto Vallarta and you've been thinking about coming, or if you're just interested in what we're up to when we're here. So it's about 8:30 in the morning right now, and we always go to our favorite little French bakery. We do this a lot, like no joke, a lot. Yesterday we ran in there and we got a tart, and normally we get raspberry tarts. I love the blackberry tarts. They have blueberry and almond tarts. They were out of them yesterday, so today I have a strawberry tart. So I thought I could sit down, enjoy my strawberry tart and a cup of coffee, and just kind of tell you what we've been up to. So truth be told, I've been up since about 6:45 this morning. Randy just like magically woke up. Normally he sleeps till 8 and I go in and wake him up, and I love to get up and watch the sunrise, and for some reason this morning he was up. He actually woke me up. So we came out front, we watched the sunrise in PV. The sunrise and the sunset are so stunning, so different from each other, and I never miss a single one. So this morning, or every morning actually, the sunrise, I call it a cotton candy sunrise. It's just pinks and pastels and baby blues, and it's just soft and welcoming. And this morning and yesterday morning, something so unusual happened. I walked out onto the balcony to see a pod of dolphins. About 12 or so dolphins in a pod yesterday and today were just jumping and playing in the ocean so close. Like for like 20 minutes, they were just out there. So we sat outside and had our coffee, watched the sunrise and watched the dolphins. And I was curious as to why the dolphins were so close to the shoreline. We've been coming here for years. We never see dolphins, and apparently dolphins feed on squid and other things in the early morning, and so there must have been something great out there. But they were just jumping and playing. They were so just magical to see them. So I'm actually on my second cup of coffee, and this is all I'm going to drink today. I'm going to finish off just this little bit with a half of a strawberry tart, and then I'm going to call it quits on the coffee. When we got here that very first night, I always have to go out and find my favorite coffee, and we went to the little place and they grind it for me fresh, and they were out of bags. They couldn't give me any coffee. So I went to another little coffee shop and they had bags of coffee. French coffee, Italian coffee, Mexican coffee. Of course, I didn't, I don't know the difference in all the coffees. I just grabbed the Mexican coffee. There was cinnamon in the coffee. It was so delicious. So we've gone through a bag of that, and now I'm on my traditional, I don't even know what it is, coffee. And the condo we're staying in had local honey, and it was almost gone. So yesterday I went out and got another little jar of honey. So I've got honey, some half and half cream in my coffee. And it's always interesting, or I think it is, when I go to another country to see what things look like. So I put half and half cream in my coffee every morning, and we have to go to the little market. It's really hard to find here because I guess it's just something that locals don't use much of, but this is what half and half cream looks like in Mexico. So I just have to find this little bottle, and that's what I put in my coffee. So this is not a really pretty view. You can see the kitchen behind me, but if I go out on the balcony, the sun is so bright, you're not going to be able to see me. Well, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just see. Let me just take my tart. I'll take you all with me. I don't need my husband coming out of the bathroom back there in a towel because he's in the shower. We'll have to make sure you all don't see that, right? And we'll just sit out here and have our tart. So like I said, we're going to run into town. We need something from the little grocery store. And I'm a super casual gal when I'm on vacation. I just have on a white tank top, a little bralette, not even a real bra. Like, I refuse to wear a real bra on vacation. So this is just a little bralette, some simple shorts. I'm going to throw on some flip-flops and off we go. But we need some body wash. We're out of body wash. There is a pharmacia literally on every single block in the romantic zone in Puerto Vallarta. And we're looking for a fragrance-free body wash. Almost impossible. Even finding body wash is almost impossible. We can find bars of soap, but we want the liquid because we bring our loofahs with us and we love a body wash. So that's what we're on the hunt for. And we are almost out of sunscreen. And our favorite sunscreen, I cannot find it in my hometown anymore. They haven't sold it for a couple of years. And it's weird because it's Hawaiian Tropic. We can easily find it here. You can order it on Amazon. But it is, I don't know why, it's called Silk Hydration, and it is pricey, but it is so worth it, I'm telling you. And we use the aloe gel, also Silk Hydration, so we're going to stock up on the sunscreen, get another bottle while we're here. So after we'd been here for a few days, my husband said he needed to go get a shave and a haircut. He discovered this barber shop here years ago called Barbers and Booze. He loves to go in this place, and honestly, it is the coolest barber shop I have ever seen. So he went in there, got the shave, the haircut, you know, all the things. And the guys in here, the barbers in here are so cool. They wear like the black aprons, and the barber shop has brick walls and hardwood floors, and everything is like really rustic and old school, but so cool. And they have a bar in there. So you can go in if you want to go at night and have a cocktail, or I could have a cocktail while he was getting a shave and a haircut. And it's just one of his favorite places. So we got here, he did that. He's looking all spiffy. He loves to get sun on his face when he's here, but then I love it when the scruff grows. Super sexy. When we first got here, we went to the Saturday farmers market at Olas Altas, and we stocked up on fresh fruit. Raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. That's what I eat every morning for breakfast, along with these tarts. And we always go to the booth. A guy is making fresh, handmade, homemade pasta. So we love to buy a handful. We buy the garlic linguine, freshly made. We got some marinara sauce, Parmesan, and citrus pesto. Oh my goodness. You all know I make my own basil pesto. But there's something about the citrus pesto here I have never been able to figure out. So this time I asked him, what is the citrus? And you would just assume it's lemon, right? No, it's lemon, orange, and capers. Who knew? So when I get home this summer and I'm growing basil, I'm going to try to replicate this citrus pesto because it is amazing. So we get focaccia from one of the booths, pesto, Parmesan, pasta, and marinara from the pasta guy. And then we stayed in one night and we just had dinner in the condo. We watched the sunset. It was just a lovely, just chill night. And we're doing that again tomorrow night, in fact. Of course, we had to run into the little OXXO is what they call it, like a little convenience store. We got a couple snacks. We love Mexican Doritos. They are so good. They are spicy. Wow, we don't have stuff like this in the United States. So we always get a bag of Doritos. And my favorite little, they're like a dessert cracker is the best way to explain it. They're just a long cracker, bigger than a graham cracker, and they're light and airy and crunchy and have a little sprinkling of a sugar on top. They're not overly sweet, but they're so great to just have in the condo to snack on. So we were here for Valentine's Day, and we had reservations at one of our favorite restaurants called Di Nuovo. It's a trattoria. It's an Italian restaurant. Love going there. It is so quaint and perfect. They had live music for Valentine's Day, and I got a new dress. Told you all I got a new dress. It's a strapless maxi dress, and it was so perfect. I felt so pretty in this dress. I got just a neutral brown, wore some brown flip-flops. They were honestly flip-flops, very flat sandals. They have memory foam in the bottom. In Puerto Vallarta, it's cobblestone streets. Like, no way was I getting around in heels. And because after dinner, we were going to go to a salsa club, absolutely the flip-flops were a must. They don't look like flip-flops. They look like really nice sandals. But I was just dressed in brown. I was tan, and it was a really romantic Valentine's dinner. And after dinner, I got up to use the restroom, and we had ordered dessert. And when I was gone, my husband slipped a note to the musician there and asked him to play our song. So when I came back out and sat down, our song magically started playing in the restaurant. So this restaurant, when you sit down, they bring you fresh bread and a garlic basil aioli. Not a butter, it's an aioli. We could just stick our faces in this little tub. It is so incredible. I had lasagna for dinner, and then we had a lava cake with ice cream for dessert. So it's funny, those, we're in Mexico, there's a translation issue. So on the menu, it said a cupcake. We're like, well, okay, we'll give it a try. No, it was a freshly baked, hot, gooey, warm lava cake with ice cream. Amazing. Well, I demolished that strawberry tart, but I'm still waiting on my husband. He's being super slow and lazy this morning. I'm already dressed and ready, have my favorite facial sunscreen. So when we go into town in the morning, I don't want to put on like thick, gooey sunscreen like I'm going to wear out at the beach later today. So I have a facial sunscreen, and it's tinted. So it looks like, my skin is looking good. I have on a little bit of makeup. I have on nothing. It is simply the sunscreen, and it dries. Like, I feel nothing on my face. It's really good stuff. So since I'm waiting on him, let me tell you all some other things that we've done while we're here. We last year discovered a place called La Huerta. It's La Huerta Barbecue and Grill, I think is their official name. But on Tuesdays, there's a band there that plays live music. Last year they played 80s. This year they played 70s. Everybody goes, reservation required to get in. If you're coming to PV, just know that. If you want to go dancing, get your reservation at La Huerta. But it starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, runs till about 6. There were 24 of us that had tables all together. We had a ball. We drank, we danced, we sweated, we laughed, we hugged on each other. I mean, it is just the funnest time. All of my friends were there, and it is something. If you're coming to PV, check out La Huerta on a Tuesday. We've been drinking pineapple coconut margaritas at the pool. That's our newest obsession. And then down on the beach, which we go to the pool one day, we go to the beach one day. I got a couple new swimsuits, which I am dying to share with you all. They are so good. I got one from the brand called La Blanca. It's called Dark Cherry. That's the color. So pretty. This has been my beach swimsuit. There's just something about that dark cherry color down in the sunshine and the sand and the sun. So perfect. And this swimsuit, like the shelf in there that holds the breasts, it is so flattering. It has tummy control, there's ruching, there's the boobs, there's all the things, but it's just a classic cut swimsuit. And I know you all are going to ask me for the link. I'll put it in the description box. And when you click on it, this swimsuit is on the pricier side. I know, trust me, the fabric is like the highest quality, and the swimsuit fits so well. I'll have my sizing down in the description box next to that link. Randy brought along his newest obsession. It's called the Frost Buddy. So we get these little, they're not little, Pacificas in the cans here and Coronitas in the bottle. I hear my husband coming. Hey, babe. I'm doing a video.
Okay.
So Randy's Frost Buddy is like a multi-function kind of insulated drink holder. So you can do regular cans, skinny cans, regular bottles, little bottles, soft drink cans, any of the stuff. It has a bottle opener attached in it, and it is perfect. So we pack our little beach chairs, which we actually have right over there. There's a cooler on the back of one of them, so we put some ice, his Pacificas. We take the Frost Buddy down to the beach, and he has cold beer to drink, and it's perfect. I just take some snacks. Yesterday, we saw the chip guy. We have been looking for the chip guy. If you don't know what the chip guy is in Puerto Vallarta, it's a guy that walks around with a basket of chips, plain Papas Fritas, plain potato chips. But on them, he squeezes fresh lime juice and I don't know what it's called, some kind of spicy red sauce and salt. And it is so good. So yesterday we were packing up, we were getting ready to leave the beach, and the chip guy came by. We got our chip fix, which we only do a couple times when we're here. And y'all, the price of the chips has gone up. I swear in prior years, a little bag of chips used to be 20 pesos, which is roughly $1 ish. It was 40 pesos. And by the time I tipped the guy, we were into a little bag of chips, $2.50. But you only do it once or twice, and it's so good. It's so worth it. So another night here, we took some friends of ours to one of our favorite little Italian restaurants. It's an Argentinian, Italian-inspired restaurant. It's the best way to describe it. We discovered it last year. It's called El Bodegon de Pastas, and we made reservations because you got to have a reservation to take some of our friends there. So I bought a new outfit. It's like a little strappy top and just flowy little pants. I did hem the pants because I wanted them to be a little more on the cropped side, and I wore that out to dinner one night. Love this outfit. I actually bought it in kind of a corally orange color and also in black. Since I've been here, I've worn it so many times, and I told my husband I want another color. There's a color called Lake or Jade or something like that, kind of a sea foamy green. The minute we get home, I'm ordering that outfit because it was just so easy to wear, and I can see myself wearing that over and over and over and over this summer. That's going to be my go-to outfit. The pants were too long. I just used that iron-on hem tape, hemmed the pants right up, no problem. Last night to dinner, we went back to the same pasta place, and I wore a little strappy sundress that I had the sundress in two colors, in a kind of like an orangey color and a raspberry color. Last night I went for the orange, but it's just a flowy, maxi dress, sundress, so easy to wear. I wore it with some little gold sandals. So cute. So we have lots of friends here in Puerto Vallarta, and they're here for way longer than we are, and they all go to this little fruit and vegetable and like meat market that we had never been to because I don't really cook when I'm here. We just get stuff at the market and we'll heat it up the next day, but I don't cook. They all are cooking. So the other day we went out and on the hunt for this market. Oh my gosh. So just imagine, well, wait a minute, I'll just show you the video. Fruits and vegetables, stuff you have never even seen before. I didn't even know what this stuff was. Just stacked everywhere. In this little out in the sun corner market, there is a meat market next door. You can get beef, pork, chicken, seafood, shrimp. We went on a Sunday, so a lot of the meat vendors were closed, the seafood vendors were closed, but this little market is happening. It's called the Emiliano Zapata Market, and this is where everybody goes. They had literally everything fresh you could ever want or think of. And then across the street, there was something that said Chinese market, and we thought it was a Chinese food market, so of course we went in. Turned out it was sort of like we would call a dollar store at home, or like a Dollar Tree. There was anything and everything from China. So if you were on Amazon and you needed any little trinket in any category, it was all inside of this market. So we looked around, just, kind of laughed at all the things, but it was super interesting. One of the things we love about Puerto Vallarta, we're out of our comfort zone. Things are not familiar. We just have the best time looking around and seeing and doing and enjoying the culture and educating ourselves and learning about things. And yeah, it's all about just getting outside of your normal everyday life and exploring the world. And getting outside of my normal everyday life, we discovered years ago, we went on a craft beer tour in Puerto Vallarta. So this little food tour took us to lots of different restaurants, and we sat down and tried different local craft beers. And I am not a beer drinker, certainly not a dark beer drinker. But on this tour, I discovered that I loved a beer called Ticus. It is made here in Jalisco, which is the state where Puerto Vallarta is. You cannot get it anywhere else. They don't export it. I can't take it home. I can't get it at home. And you can't even get it in other places in Mexico that I know of. You can get it at a couple restaurants and in some little local grocery stores. So of course, I have some Ticus here. So when the sun is setting in the evenings before we go out to dinner, Randy and I share a Ticus. It is a porter. It's a dark beer, but it's very light and refreshing, and oh my goodness. So as soon as we arrive in PV, I go looking for my Ticus. So what was the point of this video? I really don't know. Just to kind of show you all some new things, let you know where I am, let you know that I'm happy and healthy and tanned and sunshine soaked in and all the things, and I'm having a ball. And this is just a reminder, a little seed to plant in your head to go out and explore, do something new, find something interesting, learn about something different, broaden your horizons, and enjoy doing it. I'll see you when I'm back home. Bye.